Hello, my dear viewers. Welcome to this coffee cup reading. This coffee cup is for all Libra and it's for the month of August, a little bit over 2025. My dear Libra, I apologize for not being able to do the July reading. I wasn't feeling that well in that first week and there were so many interruptions. So we've missed out on that one. But I'm sure anything you might have missed out on is going to be compensated in this August reading. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you and thank you all for being here and thank you for your support and watching in the videos. The more you watch, that is the greatest support for my health so that I can do less and I get the viewers that I'm not getting enough. So the more you watch, the more viewers I have, the more you're supporting my health, and for that I'm in absolute gratitude. My dear Libra, I'd like to convey my best wishes to you before I start this reading and wish you all the best in everything you do. Your cup is absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you, starting from the beginning. And the beginning seems to be so much amazing things are happening. And as you can see, as we go along, it's just magical. There's just so many things. I've looked overall at it and there's so much great news I want to deliver to you. Now, my dear Libra, if you're new to this, just so that you know, you're aware of this, prior to this coffee cup, I meditate and I'm given a lot of information, which I write down on a piece of paper and deliver to you right at the end of this reading. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, let us begin straight away so there won't be any more delays. Okay. What is the first thing I see here? I do see two pillars. Two pillars, and what else? I'm seeing number 7, I'm seeing number 8, I'm seeing a lion and a belt. Very interesting. It looks to me like the heavens are preparing you for something very big. A major shift in your life. Major transition. Your life is changing in ways you can't even imagine, my dear Libra. And it's happening. The process is beginning this year, 2025. Before it ends, you will see that the process is going to start. Don't forget we're doing August, but I feel like I see here number 10 and 11, very strong. I see number 9, 10, 11. I saw 8 before. So it's showing me it's going to be within these months, from August to October to even November, actually, because I see 11 there. So I will say from August to November. August will start all the signs showing you that there is a major transition, major shift, a major change, number 1. Number 2, it's showing me that you need to know that you need to be a little bit patient, and not just patient, but planning with that patience. While you're patiently waiting for the shift to take place, you need to be planning. You need to be organizing. You need to be getting ready. And what I'm seeing, my dear Libra, is that there's a lot of clutter. There's a lot of things that you have to do. There's things that you've left undone. They need to be done, and you need to work on them fast. Now, it looks to me like July has already started the process of you maybe slowly getting rid of things that you don't want. You've just got to do more. You've got to get rid of a lot of things that you don't want and not keep too many things. You've just got to declutter as much as you can. At the same time, I see a lot of strength given to you, extreme amount of strength and courage to go through what's coming. But the courage is just, we're not talking about the courage yet. Strength is given so that you can maneuver your way out of this clutter and then prepare for this major shift. This major shift, you need a lot of courage. It's not going to be easy. It's taking steps into the unknown. It's doing things you've never done before. And it is also, at the same time, I see an axe here, putting an end to something. An axe, there's an axe on a tree being cut. So that tells me, I don't know whether you can see this axe on the cut tree, which is right there. That shows to me that a chapter of your life is coming to an end. A tree is being cut. And it's preparing you to emerge into a new life. And that shows me that your self-expression is very important. You finally coming to terms with who you are and what you need to do or what kind of life you want to live, and have the strength to actually try to bring that into life, into existence. Maybe some of you have been in the hermit mode for some time and just spending time thinking and rethinking, thinking a lot of things. You're trying to process what happened. I feel like a major chapter of your life is ending. Maybe it's been in the process of ending for the past 1 year, but there's a lot of thinking. In the process of this, why did it happen? Okay, this is what I've got to tell you, because here I'm shown reasons. This, whatever happened, and no matter how bad it may have been, or how difficult the things that you went through are difficult, or the people you're dealing with have been difficult, and also if you suffered losses, if you were not sure and blamed yourself as to why this happened, the most incredible thing is it happened all for you, not against you, but for you, but you don't see it now. A lot of matters are going to come to light. You will see a lot of clarity. Things are going to be explanatory in your mind, not like things slowly will get explained to you so that you can understand why it happened. People won't sit and explain them, but the universe will, the heavens will, the gods, they are going to show you, the angels, whatever your belief system is, they're going to show you that in this time, you needed this time, maybe a whole year, you've been in the process of shifting. You needed this time to declutter. You needed this time to process everything in your mind. Am I doing the right thing? Did this happen because I wasn't worthy, or did this happen? Like, there's so many questions, but ultimately there was a lot of not seeing. You're going to be seeing. You're going to be processing and understanding and coming to terms with things that happened and why they happened. You might have been seeing them happening against you, but they didn't happen against you. They happened for you, because if they didn't happen, you were not able to leave. You would never be able to leave. You would just sit there and handle everything, no matter how injustice it may have been, no matter how hard it may have been, whether this is to do with business, partnerships, life, and in general, to do with a lot of areas of your life that were overwhelming you, and you were putting up. And you would have still put up until people had to become aggressive, or people had to do the wrong thing for you to wake up and say, no, that's it. Or people had to actually help you reach to a level where you thought, that's it, I'm leaving. This person is not worthy of me. Whether it was a relationship or a work matter, I don't know what area of your life it was, but it was happening all for you to get you to the next level. My dear Libra, I'm not gonna exaggerate. I believe in the truth, and I believe in the raw truth, because that's the only way for you to know how to deal with situations. I'm one of those people who always wants the truth, no matter how harsh, no matter how painful the truth is. I always want it, so that I can work with the truth, because without the truth, I'm lost, I'm in limbo. And the truth of the matter, it looks to me like you are going to be facing a very painful, difficult situation. And you need all the courage for it, and you are protected by the heavens. There are heavenly angels looking out for you. They are going to be your support, and they're going to bring you a lot of support so that you can deal with this situation. It's a very necessary one that you need to go through. I think this is going to seal the deal. This is the one that's going to close a major karmic chapter of your life. It's not going to be easy, but you will do it, and you will win, because you're not alone, and it's destined. It is destined for you to win. And don't believe in anyone who says, no, there's no destinies. We make our own choices, and you can't do this. You will do it, and you will succeed. Because I see it. It is destined that you will even get help. You're not doing it alone. It is destined, the help that's coming towards you. And there's a lot of help. In the midst of this help, a few opportunities are coming also. Opportunities to see things from a different perspective. That's going to help you even work faster and move faster. This will help you to even heal. Healing, my dear Libra, you've been trying to heal for such a long time. The injustices that took place, the unfairness, the betrayals perhaps for some of you, was so much. It ripped your heart, maybe. It made you so angry. All that you did, all your efforts unappreciated. All of this is going to change, and you are going to really heal, believe it or not, no matter how hard and no matter how many obstacles and no matter how many challenges. The changes that are taking place and have been are slowly to get you out of this situation, and you're nearly at the end of it. And I see a beacon, a beautiful lantern, showing somebody holding a lantern, and then there is this person with a high tall hat holding a lantern and saying to you, like, I know it's dark, but there is so much light. You're going towards the light. Now here you need a beacon. Now you need to be in a state of searching for answers. Slowly you won't need this beacon because there's so much light, and the light continuing on and on and on all the way into your life. So we'll continue here about this beacon. Yes, the beacon also is showing the lantern that's been held with the hand of this person with a tall hat. Let me tell you about the beacon, this male figure and the hat. This tells me that the reason these are matters that you will find out yourself. You are going to get all this clarity. I'll just make it easy maybe for you, or make it even like confirm it perhaps. And if you're not there yet, you will be there soon. All the answers are going to be given to you. They're within you. Maybe if we were to meditate, you'll be able to access them. If you're not, the beacon is there, the heavens are there, they're marking. And there's a territory. Okay, this is really important. I'm going to tell you, this is really weird. There is an amazing life destined for you. You can't see it now. You are in this territory that is very limited. You're in this house, or let's say in this room, and there's so much clutter around you. This tells me that you are so immersed, you are so submerged in so much stress and so much you have to do. But the most important factor is that the hat represents this role that you were playing now, this life that you were living now, this chapter is going to come to an end, and all this clutter is going to get removed. There's going to be people helping you, situations helping you, money helping you, doorways and opportunities that are opening, helping you to get rid of all this. Okay, that's number one. The second thing is there is a beautiful home waiting for you somewhere, not where you are now. So you need to clear. You need this time to heal and to clear. Two things at this point in time. Why is it taking so long? Why has it been so much and you're not healing? You're probably questioning. You're not healing because you need time to heal. What happened to you was too much. It was too painful. You need time to heal. You need to get in touch with yourself and heal the pain within. And then you ask yourself, you know what, at the end of the day, by next year, 2026, you'll know exactly everything, why it happened. You'll know that if certain injustices didn't take place, you were not going to leave that place. You were just going to continue on working and just swallowing all the injustices and just doing for others, giving your energy, giving your health, doing and doing and doing, and not getting anywhere, not having a real life, and others taking advantage of you. So what happens, my dear Libra? You are going to be awakened from this. This chapter is over. This role you were playing of just giving and giving for others, doing for others, is over. There's going to be a life for you different than where you are. And this life that's coming, it is just spectacular. You've sacrificed so much. And there's so much contradictions and confusion. And you don't know, will you ever have peace of mind? Yes, you will. You are going to make a major decision, and that decision is going to take you to the next level. The sacrifice was necessary. You need to know that. In order for you to have achieved the success that you have, in order for you to have been able to release from this situation, it was all that too. Instead of trying to control situations and trying to control people, you sort of felt alone. And the reason that happened was because you are supposed to leave this life, leave this area where you're at and start a new life. So everything had to happen for that reason. Now you've reached a level where now is the final stage. And this is the hardest part. Actually, no, the hard part is gone. This is also hard, but it's sort of less hard than where you were before, because now you've just got to make one more decision and you are supported. Support is coming. Money is coming. Actually, a lot of money is coming to release you. It's like you're in chains and you've been feeling restless and dissatisfied and unhappy. And, you do have a vision of the kind of life you want to live, but you are not able to make it happen. Support from the heavens is going to come by two things. Number one, clarity, truth. You're going to see things clearly. Second, money. The largest thing here is money that's going to release you, because you need a lot of money for some reason to get you out of this situation. It's a very heavy situation. There's a lot around you. There's too many entanglements, too many chains holding you down, but you are going to be set free. Now you're in a state where you're not that happy. You're dissatisfied with life. You're not happy with the things around you. You're just not happy. But things are going to change. And I would say within 3 to 4 months, everything will change. November, December, it's all changing. Your depression, your ill health, all of that is because of what you've been through and how much you've done and how much you've sacrificed. Now it's the healing time. You will heal from illness. You will heal from depression. Slowly but surely, you're getting ahead. Nothing can stand in the way of your progress. Nothing. Relationships may have made you feel vulnerable. I don't doubt that at all. Vulnerability. Maybe because you put your heart and soul into someone and they disappointed you. But the reality of the matter is, or maybe there was a third person and that might have been really painful, a third party involved in a situation, another person, someone else was influenced perhaps, if it was a relationship or otherwise. There was a stranger getting involved, a third person, a rival. Too many people trying to control what you do and what you don't do. And that was really catastrophic for you, because you were doing your best and you thought that you will forgive all the little discrepancies that you were seeing. You were forgiving and forgiving and just wanted to continue to keep the peace. But that took a lot out of you. And I feel like at that time, or even now maybe, you don't know why it happened. You're still questioning, I did everything right. Why did this happen to me? It happened to you because you have an incredible life waiting for you. The beacon that was there showed me the life that's coming, and the life that's coming, it is just magnificent. All you have to do now is heal. You will heal, and in the process of healing, there's another thing. Where you are going with the life that you are planning to have. Say, for example, just an example, even though I'm not very good with examples, but I will do my best. Let's just say that all these changes happen to upgrade your life. And you've decided, okay, if I leave this area, I'll go to another area where I'll be close to my sibling. Let's just say that as an example. And then you'll say, okay, I've got to be close to my sibling, but my sibling lives in this area that's so expensive. I won't be able to rent there. I won't be able to buy a house there. What will I do? How will I live? It's so expensive. And while you're thinking about that, slowly you start discovering that there is a lot of hidden factors when you're talking to this sibling. Maybe there's another third party involved, like a husband or a wife, if it's, whatever gender they may be. Or there could be someone else there that's intervening into when you go and live there, what are the rules and regulations and how restricted you are. You don't want to be able to see them as much as you want. You won't be, they're very busy. They're like, it's going to make you really think, because maybe you needed to take a loan to start that life at a very expensive level just to be near them, and you see that there are restrictions. This time span of you being in limbo and healing and not knowing where you stand, it's going to give you clarity from a lot of avenues. The area where you're at, who you left behind and what happened, and where you're heading. You'll get to understand the full picture. You'll have absolute and complete transparency as to what comes and what happens. Like if it was me in this situation, I would say, okay, yes, I want to be close to my sibling, but no, I'll go a little bit in the outer skirts and find something cheaper. And I can be like 20 minutes or half an hour drive. I don't have to be that close since they are so busy and they don't want to do a lot of seeing each other. And I'm just trying to make you understand, even if it's a work situation, I'd live a little bit far so that I won't be paying those harsh monies because I'm alone. I'm making all these decisions. If there's somebody with me, I would still think the same. I would convince them that we don't live exactly where this is very expensive, or it might be on the shore, like it could be on the beach, and I don't want to live near the beach. Nowadays, it's not a good idea to live, according to the time we're living in now, I don't want to be near the oceans. I'd rather be inland more. So that's just me and my thought. And I'm talking about an example. An example to give you an idea of how to open your spectrum so that you see the bigger picture. Sometimes we're so caught up in the hell that we're in, we don't have time to see the bigger picture. Why did that happen? How come I'm hearing this information now that I'm getting ready to move to this area? And now they're telling me that I'll be restricted, seeing their kids, like for example, if it's a sibling, like the example that I use. Maybe it's not a good example, but it just gives you an idea of time. The time that it's taking for you to be released from all of this, and the beacon and the hat shows that your role and the next chapter and the arrow that shows that you're going to have a great life, it is all predestined, but you're seeing the bigger picture to understand all the steps that are happening and everything that took place, why it took place. You'll get to know it in 2026, but I'm just making you aware of it now, especially if you're not able to meditate, because I myself, in meditation, I get my answers. But I do know that a lot of people are not able to meditate, even if they try. And I always that's the reason I do so many readings. Like I do the tarot and the coffee cup. Some people don't like the tarot. They like the coffee cup. Some people like the coffee and not the tarot. But I like the messages to be across so that there's going to be some clarity. Because when we human beings don't have clarity, we drown in sorrow. And I can't stand sorrow, and I like to beat it in every way possible. And you can too, by seeing the bigger picture. And that's what this is all about. That's why I use a big cup. Anyway, the changes are profound. Where you're heading is magnificent. And you're certainly leaving a situation. You're getting aware of someone that's not being themselves. There's someone wearing a mask. Someone that's not being truthful. Someone that's disguising and concealing information from you. Finally, there may be a hidden motive. Ultimately, if they're performing, like if they're putting on a show, you'll get to see all that. You'll get to see from their words. You will start penetrating through the veils of deceit and see everything. Clarity is coming to you at a highest level. And that's what that beautiful lantern was all about. And as I move on, I'm seeing the heavens now bringing on light for you to see things. Some of you who might have been in a relationship with someone, they were very much conflicted. Maybe you didn't understand why they left. If somebody left your life and found an excuse to leave and you never knew what the truth was, it looks like someone was very conflicted about whether they had what it takes to be your partner. Maybe they saw your expectations very high and they left because they knew they couldn't meet those expectations. That is possible. I see that for some of you, not for everyone. And for others, I'm seeing that someone really wants your trust, to trust and believe that they're working towards a union with you. There is someone like that also. That shows there. I see Chinese ear of the goat, Chinese ear of the tiger, Chinese ear of the snake. And I see also someone that you are meeting. This person that you are meeting is going to be the healer of your heart. Absolute healer. There's going to be so much healing and so much intimacy between you and someone. This person could be your twin flame or your soulmate. It could be either one, because you're learning a lot from each other. You're growing together. There is someone in the past, this is for some of you, someone that you might have been very much connected with, you might have had years together, marriage or something. It shows that there could have been issues with intimacy, problems with sex, intimacy, and you probably, it looks like a situation where it just didn't work, and maybe it was because there was lack of intimacy. You didn't see them that way, they didn't see you that way. Things transferred, they changed, transmutated actually. So all this insight, all this information that I'm giving you is going to be a tool for you to have understanding. This insight is going to help you understand and help you ease the difficult time and clarity. I just feel like I'm given all this to give you, to clear a path that you are in limbo about, and you're not getting the truth. You didn't know the truth. You don't know why certain things happened. I feel like someone left because they had no choice. Absolutely, they were left no choice. Otherwise, they wouldn't have left. There was no choice. And knowing all this is going to help you to work towards a calmer and more peaceful state. I just feel like many of you might have reached this because you might have meditated and gone through a certain level of healing. You would have known what I'm talking about. But the reason this is all happening now is because I do feel like you are going to be very grounded very soon. If you were experiencing duality, a battle within, and that was sort of making you go crazy, this part was saying, but why? This one was saying, this, you didn't do that right, or blame, or anything that was like a battle, that's going to come to an end. I see that your higher self is transcending. Your soul is getting higher and higher in frequency. You are helped. You are supported by the heavens. And then finally, your inner and your outer world are going to be united. The duality is going to stop. The battle is going to stop. The narrative, the critic within is going to stop. If your mind doesn't let you sleep and it's constantly at it, blame and seeing this and why that and when will this happen, all of that is coming. And there's going to be quietude. There's going to be, you will finally be the center of your core. You will finally be at ease and find peace. There is a very supportive energy that's going to bring you balance and satisfaction. Your faith is going to get heightened, and you need your faith because where you're heading, there's a lot of freedom, but there will be, your faith is needed in the next chapter that's coming, and you'll understand. There may be someone like a young person that you will have to heal, someone like an adult and a younger person. There is something to do with your faith needed to have time to heal. This is giving you the wisdom. This is going to increase your wisdom, meaning your higher self being awakened and your mind together with your intellect, my dear Libra, and your higher self. You are going to be invincible, and your faith is rising beyond where you were before. So this is coming very soon. This is happening now. You're in the process of this. As you're healing, this is the next step, and then you're moving towards an amazing place. I do see that positive movement forward is there. I see a beautiful boat, and you're leaving and you're going somewhere else. Some of you might be starting a new business. Some of you are moving to another area. But there is a situation where you're supporting, you're becoming a provider of support for others. You're going to be living well. There's so much wealth coming your way, so much money, that you are going to be living well. You might just work for the fun of it, but you might even do charity work or voluntary work to help people who are in need. I feel like you are going to be doing so well. And there are, of course, those of you who are going into business, uniting with others in business, and you are going to be doing well in your business also. I do see a handshake. There's a handshake. There's a deal being made, and this deal is magnificent. In the process of the deal, while you're making this deal, It's a very important deal. It's a very important handshake. Could be a business, could be a union, a relationship, a connection, a buy and sell situation, starting a business, could be anything. It's a good deal. It's a wonderful deal, and it's very important. But in the process of that, it's showing me timing. At that time, you're meeting a stranger, and this stranger is changing your life. How? I don't know how. We'll probably see in the next readings. But they are changing and they're impacting your life on a grand scale. And it's happening at a time when a deal is made. Remember that, the handshake. I see so much. I see someone sitting on a throne with the position of power. You are going to be so empowered in your life. I see someone like a heavenly body that's watching over you, and they're putting the crown on you. They want you to have everything you deserve. There's so much justice for you, my dear Libra. I see the scale here. And I see this that I'm talking about, this authority of power, this crown that you're getting, being given to you from the heavens, is happening in September. So this is an August reading and a little bit over. So September, so simple. It's there. September is there for me. For some of you, or for the majority of Libra, at that time, you will be in the process of an environmental change. Now, and a vacation. I see a kite here. And what is a vacation? An environmental change. That means your environment is changing. That means you are stepping out of where you're at to do something a little bit different than your daily routine. Some of you are going to be traveling. I do see travel. I see a holiday, a vacation. But I also see the reason that you're traveling. In the process of the travel, there is an environmental shift. Something that your eyes are seeing, that you're experiencing in that vacation or at the time of the vacation, that's going to make you really, really think, and it's going to make you to choose your path. Maybe you're going somewhere for the first time and you're seeing it, or maybe you're going to a place that you have gone before, but you're seeing it with different eyes. Something's happening, it's making you choose your path, and then everything is becoming possible. What was not possible, what was difficult, is going to become very possible. You are cherished by the angels. I see that. I see this, especially one particular angel who's the one holding the crown and giving that crown, putting it on your head. I see that very strong. It is some angel that's looking after you. It's like as though they're assigned to take care of you. You might be seeing things like visions or dreams. All your visions and dreams are trying to tell you about this new life that's waiting for you. I do see that there is someone that is born in the Chinese year of the dog. Okay, I'm seeing the dog here. I'm also seeing the goat. And I'm seeing the horse. Okay, the horse represents freedom and spirituality. The dog is someone loyal, a loyal friend. Someone born in the Chinese year of the horse, someone born in the Chinese year of the goat, someone born in the Chinese year of the dog. It is also November. The dog is also November. The goat is August. And the horse is July. Okay, this could also be someone that you might be dealing with or leaving behind. Ultimately, what I'm seeing is that there are a lot of your dreams are getting fulfilled. Hard work is paying off. Victory. You are having the greatest success, the greatest positive effect in your self-esteem, in your life, in the pride. You're bursting with pride with all the victories and all the wealth that's coming your way. A lot of money is coming your way. Now, I'm seeing a lot of ants in your reading. A lot of little insects that look like ants. Whenever you see ants, it shows that you are going to be, it depends where the ants are. If the ants are in your bathroom, where there's no sugar, where there's no food crumbs, that's when you know you're actually leaving that place. So the ants represent two things: working hard, decluttering, and it's movement. You're moving. From wherever you are now, you're moving. You could be shifting from one room to another room. You could be renovating, or you could be literally moving to a better place. I saw a wonderful new life, new house, new place, and new situation. The quality of life, your quality of life is changing. It's really rising. You're living a life of comfort, wealth. Someone incredible with leadership abilities that you're meeting. It could be that stranger I talked about. Someone who makes big changes in people's lives. Maybe they do that as a job. You will adore that in them, their qualities. It's a leadership situation, and you are in leadership position also. They might even offer you a leadership position. So that's very important, very strong there. The next thing I see, a great new victory begins. You get to see things clearly. The heavens are showing you everything. You're seeing visions, you're seeing dreams, and then finally you're going to start seeing situations. You are going to gain so much clarity. And it's at the time that you are going to be either signing a business contract or a deal, making a deal. And in the process of that deal, there is a document, and that document is a gift of money. There could be inheritance, it could be a windfall. Play the lottery, have a look at your money reading. There is a big gift of money that's giving you stability, and you're able to sign a contract and buy something really big, like a big house or a big business, something big. There is inheritance, possibility of inheritance, the gift that I said of large sums of money. Again, it's shown, and this time it could be an inheritance. There could be two places. There could be inheritance and a windfall. There are two sources of two large sums of money. That's going to make you so powerful, so rich. But there is a contract being signed or an agreement reached. I see that. I see a document. You are going to be in power. You are going to be in position of power, absolute power, and wealth, of course. Relocation is imminent for many, many, many of you. You're relocating. Many of you are relocating. I also see recognition, and I see divine miracles entering your life and giving you all that which you have wanted or wished for. It's all coming. At the same time, there's a love partnership that is going to be growing and growing. It might be miraculous at the rate how this person heals you or how you heal them. There's kindness, there's forgiveness, there's romance, there's passion, and there's a lot of care between you and this person. I see very much Chinese year of the ox here, Chinese year of the rabbit, Chinese year of the snake. The letter J also has come up. The letter I has come up. The letter W has come up. Y for yellow, A for Alaska, T twice for tango. I see number 8 connected to 8 is transcending where you are to high levels. I also see someone wanting you all the time. They want to see you more often. And they're going to mean it. They're going to say, okay, what will it take? What will it take for me to see you more often? Maybe there's a distance between you and this person, and they are going to find means in which you can see each other more often. Happiness is their priority, and you are bringing them all the happiness. They see within you their happiness. So they want to prioritize that and prioritize seeing you more often, and no matter what it takes. So they might be thinking of ways, even to the level where there might be a home discussed, there might be an accommodation, something. This relationship has connections beyond this lifetime. You've lived in past lives together, many lives together. And I also see that the more you're getting to know this person, the more you start finding bits and pieces of yourself in them, and your bond is becoming incredible. It's becoming extraordinary. Expression of love through gifts. You're giving them gifts, they're giving you gifts. There's a lot of tokens of different means of gifts and appreciation of one another. That is magical. Wow. My dear Libra, for some of you, there could be a reconciliation of someone that might have been in your past life. Could be 100% for many of you, but someone that you might have had a fallout and then you're reconciling. That is also a possibility here. Now, as I keep moving to the next level to see the energies, I'm seeing a very, very, very strong earth energy here. Double earth, in fact, someone that has double earth, someone that's got a lot of earth in them. Earth energy, let's see which ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Taurus with Libra, not just the Taurus with Libra, which will make you ideal because Libra goes perfect with Libra, and then Taurus just gives you the earth, the grounding that you need. And Air energies always need ground. They need earth for them to prosper and thrive. Now, there is also a Virgo, and this Virgo has Gemini in them. So it could be a Virgo Gemini. It's amazing. I'm not getting them just on their own. And then there is finally Capricorn. So there's 3 of each, except Taurus is the strongest with Libra. That was 4. The next one is air energy, very strong air energy. Libra, the first one. Then there is Aquarius, and then there is Gemini. 3 of each. So air energy is going to be very strong in this person. Either Gemini or air or Libra. They were the main ones, and then possibly Aquarius. Now, the other factor is water energy. I'm seeing water energy, Scorpio. You might be dealing with these people on a high level. Pisces, very strong. And then you got Cancer. Fire energy, I got Leo, very strong Leo, excessive Leo. And then I'm seeing Sagittarius, two, three Sagittarius, and just 1 Aries. So Leo leading the way, second Sagittarius. As for the Chinese, I see the tiger here very strong. I see the Chinese year of the ox here very strong, buffalo. I also see the snake, Chinese year of the snake. I see the monkey, 1, 2, 3, monkey, Chinese year of the monkey. Then I see the rabbit. The rabbit here very strong. I saw a rabbit before, now again the rabbit. Chinese year of the dog. We saw a dog before, now a dog again. They're repeating. That means they're making that when they're doubling and tripling, it just means that the majority of Libra are dealing with these signs when they're double and triple. Then we've got the dragon, and then the rat. Then we got the goat and the horse. So we had the horse before again and the goat before. So that makes it again and again repeatedly. Now that we've established all this, I'm going to move on to the next level, which is delivering these messages to you. It says choice. Okay, so you've got a choice. You will have a choice to make. And this could be to do with that decision at the beginning, possibly. Okay, it says choice. Knowledge and illumination, clarity are going to be the supporting factors in making your choice. So you won't be able to make the choice unless you have information, knowledge, and also clarity, illumination, which the heavens are helping you illuminate everything so that you know where you stand. You are going to be celebrating your life, celebrating life. Now, my dear Libra, maybe you might not be feeling that right now, but that's where you're moving towards, celebrating life. With all that I saw coming your way, boy, will you be celebrating. Boy, oh boy, will you be celebrating. It says letting go of the past. You're saying goodbye to the past and going. Remember I said you're leaving, you're moving. So they're saying letting go of the past. Protection, victory, and renewal, all coming your way. Protection, which I saw that. The heavens showed that you were very much protected. Victory, I saw that too. Triumphing and victory. And renewal, a new lease of life. How amazing. Something about food, diet, the quality of, and codependency. You've got to be very careful if you are codependent on something that might not be good for your diet. Diet is shown here, the quality of your diet. So if you're not eating well, maybe you should consider looking at what is a healthy diet, what is a quality way of eating. Very important. Now, some of you might be looking at businesses to do with food and delivering quality food, like quality menus, foods. So that could be that also. The one. You've the one. You've me. You've the one. Yes, you are going to meet the one. You are going to meet the one. The one. Remember I said someone, a stranger, all of a sudden becomes the one. There's lots of money. I saw lots of money, and there's money here, lots of money, and there is justice, my dear Libra. So whatever has been unfair, where you have felt that this was injustice that happened to you, and you have gone through a lot of injustice, I saw that all over your cup. It's all justice is going to be for you in every possible way. Now I'm going to need my glasses. This is really small. And what I like to deliver to you is all the people's names, initials that are important and impacting your life on a grand scale. I was given 3 times the letter A, and I saw A before. A for Antarctica, Alaska. Remember, now we got 3 and 1, 4. U for under, umbrella, 3 times. Twice I was given B for box or better, bunny. I was given twice the letter O for Olympics or olives. Twice the letter F for fox or France. Twice the letter G for grass or green or Georgia. J, twice J for Jamaica or Japan. Twice C for cat or Canada or Charlie. And then I was given Q for quilt. They're just one. Quilt or quail. K for kilo or kiwi fruit. L for love. O for V. Sorry, O for olives. Okay, so I've got O again. 3 times is O. I was given O again. Then V for victory. E for elephant or eggs. W for winter, willow. H for horse, honey. X for X-rays, I'm sorry. And the X is also the pronunciation of SH, sh, like Sean or Sheila, okay? And if you say why, it's just to do with different cultures that instead of putting SH, they put X. So the X I've known over time with all the emails I get and everything that's been written that it is playing the role of, like in Chinese, the X is sh, the sound of SH, or Sean, SCE, okay? So that you know that. And then T for tiger. I was given 2 numbers. Number 9, Chinese year of the monkey. Also connected to people that have Virgo or Libra, or those Libras that are born in September, or actually September. Remember I said September? So September is going to be magnificent. You will overcome a challenge and become abundant. That's what the 9 stands for. From the time you see this cup all the way to September, including September, and all the way to November, to December. Then I've got number 4, which is connected to Chinese year of the rabbit. We saw the rabbit 3 times, once, 4. This is the 5th time. Chinese year of the rabbit, very strong. It is about quick success coming your way. It's about April, something big happening in April, quick success coming your way. From now to 4 weeks, from the time you see this cup up to 4 weeks, quick success. And it's connected to people that have Taurus or Aries in them. Remember there was Taurus with Libra 4 or 5 times. So that's that one. And that's the end of that. I hope you enjoyed the reading. My dear Libra, do give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Please keep supporting me by watching as many videos as you can per week and seeing them all the way to the end. Sometimes you can just put them on and watch and leave and watch and just let them run. That is going to be the greatest support you can do for me, so that it helps me with my viewers. I'm very low and I can't do more videos like I used to before due to my breathing and health. So your help supports me big time, and I'm in absolute thankfulness and gratitude for that. I wish you the best in everything that's happening in your life. All the justice is coming your way. You're moving to a life unlike anything you've seen before. But I must say something about the axe and this tree. In some cases, in the old ancient, I didn't want to say it, but I will say it. For some of you, some of you could be dealing with someone passing. There is a possibility with the axe and the cut tree. There could be that. Also, I will say another thing, which is to do with ancient wisdom, that I've got to say it. If you are in the process of, you have to cut a tree. Let's say you're selling a land, for example, and there's a tree that's a problem and you need to cut that tree. If you are forced to cut a tree, and you have to do it, and you do it, make sure that you at least plant 4 to 6 more trees before you actually give the order for it to be cut. Try to plant trees, whether on the same land or in the land where you're living. If you can't, you can bring any kind of a pot and just plant at least 4 to 6 instead of one that's being cut, because cutting a tree, there's a lot of ancient stories about that. So I had to tell you that, and that's it. You don't have to listen to it. You can throw it away. But I just had to say it for those of you who can feel what I'm saying, if it resonates with you. And that's the end of your reading. Everything else is fantastic. Everything that's happening is great. September, November are going to be magical for you. September, October, November, all the way to December are going to be life-changing miracles pouring into your life, my dear Libra, with all the love and light, and my sincere blessings to all of you. Namaste.